This week, 2025 MLB Stadium foods have dropped truffles, beer, backpacks, and of course, March Madness. We're joined by the top high school point guard in the country, headed to play next year for the Arkansas Razorbacks, Darius Acuff Jr. Let's go.
One-star listeners, let's not forget about baseball season 2. The opening series in Tokyo has come and gone. All the MLB stars have amazing shirts on 500level.com. Our partner, we got Shohei Ohtani, Bobby Witt Jr., the most exciting player in the game, Kyle Schwarber, slugger for the Phillies, mystery shirts for $10. 500level.com. Get 20% off everything on the site with the discount code DK and RIP at checkout. That's DKANDRIP. 500level.com. Let's go.
This is Darius Acuff Jr. I'm on with the One Star Recruits podcast.
Yo, aloha. Welcome to the One Star Recruits podcast, brought to you by 500level.com. Checking it at 186 pounds in beautiful PDX, Portland, Oregon. Rip, I was at the doctor's yesterday. I checked in actually at 189. And I requested that I take off my shoes and empty my pockets. Bam! Down to 186. Immediately, 3 pounds in pockets and shoes. Do you do that ever? You take out the stuff you ever take off your shoes to weigh yourself? Get a couple pounds down?
I mean, I think we've all done it, but 3 pounds is insane. What are you carrying around in there? How much money you got in your wallet?
Phone, wallet, whatever's in your... I think most of it was in my shoes. Don't be distracted by this pocket stuff. Most of it's in the shoes, I think. Anyway, whatever, Rip. 186, cold and rainy as usual. Ideal weather for truffle hunting. I have quick 3 fun facts before we start talking basketball about truffle hunting. Before I do that, how are you? How's Long Beach?
I'm good, man. Spring is springing. The sun is out. I think we're done with some rain down here, so we're ready to rock.
Rip's basic answer. Give me one detail about Long Beach right now that people in Arkansas would be fired up to hear, Rip. Give me one thing.
The beaches are closed because there was a sewer spill that runs out into the ocean. So they advise not to go into the water for about 48 to 72 hours.
Brown water. Yeah, if you don't know about that down south in Fayetteville on the coast in California, a plethora of problems in this beautiful state. But sometimes you do get poo water. That means stay out of the water. It happens kind of often, actually, surprisingly. Okay, 3 fun facts. So I was late in the season for truffle hunting. God, I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm so Portlandia. Your boy secured 2 grams, though, of freshly white Oregon truffles, Rip. Is that impressive? Is that impressive at all when I say that?
When you first texted me those pictures, I was expecting like chocolate truffles. I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea what's going on up in your neck of the woods. Are truffles like mushrooms? I don't even. Can you give a brief synopsis for all
I'm
the
not going to
Arkansas
waste everybody's
people out
time. They're here to hear about basketball and talk about Darius Acuff Jr. I think more so than my truffle experience. But yeah, in a nutshell, like mushrooms, they're a forageable thing in the forest. 3 quick fun facts in case this ever crosses your plate at bar trivia. I don't know. This is this podcast, 1 star. You're going to get fucking truffle facts here. Number 1, the dogs are your ultimate tool in truffle hunting, I learned. Humans cannot smell these things and they're under the ground. So no chance in ever even finding them at all without an animal. Usually pigs, but dogs, best friend for truffle hunting. And they have to be trained. Like I couldn't take my dogs out and do it at all, but definitely essential. This dog that we had, homie's name was Data. Every pretty much 30 seconds was onto a new spot. And then he'll smell it out. Then you got to go and dig for it. That's the part that's like the interactive part of it. Whatever. So we got a couple. Second fun fact, they only grow under young Douglas firs in Oregon. So if you want to look and you're looking for truffles in your life, you got to first look for the young Douglas fir trees. I learned this. Third part, most important part. This is what everybody wants to know. What is the deal? The truffles are like an umami blast of flavor. Truth be told, I don't even like it. And even after this experience, I have truffle butter making in my fridge right now. Like 1 to 2 star level of excitement for me. Not that excited. I don't like it that much. However, they're worth their weight in gold. The black truffles can reach up to $300 a pound. And then the ultra rare white Truffles, these Alba truffles, can get up to $3,000 a pound, Rip. So big game up here, truffle hunting. I can't believe I actually did it. I was successful. Currently making truffle butter. Going to use it in two things: pastas, and I think I'm going to put it on the top of steaks and see how it goes. One more thing. This is the worst podcast intro in the history of the one-star recruits. You can edit this out if you want, Rep. One last thing. The infusion of truffles into other things. Take a guess. Take a guess how you would do that. How would one infuse truffle into, let's say, butter?
I would bring out the NutriBullet, blend that thing up, and just toss it in the microwave, probably. I'm one star.
Yeah, no, that's not even bad. It's some more thought added the microwave. It's a weird wrinkle into it. Most wouldn't do that, but that's fair. Yeah, I thought the same thing. Like grind it up and put in a thing. No, dude, these infuse just if you put them in the same space. So if they just hang out together, the truffle is so potent that it will take on whatever it's hanging out in. So in a jar, I have butter. Eggs will take on. It will go through the shell of eggs and actually take on the flavor. Unbelievable. I'm still talking about this. Should have stopped me 5 minutes ago, Rip. NCAA tournament. We're shifting gears. We're shifting over. I'll let you guys know. Tune in next episode to see how my truffle butter turned out. In the meantime, though, March Madness is here. I'm not gonna lie. Straight up, starting this thing out, I think the bracket was really pretty good. Let's start there, Rip. What do you think? Outside of the North Carolina debacle and just a couple small little things, I really like a lot of these matchups and a lot of these teams. I think they did pretty good. How's it hitting you upon first fill out?
I just, within the last 60 minutes of this recording, I filled mine out, saw it for the first time. So I don't like to do a lot of research because let's face it, the NCAA tournament bracket is just pure randomness to some extent. But I agree. I like that they have some big name teams in the play-in games, North Carolina, the Texas, a couple others. So that keeps people tuned in on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then, yeah, I mean, can we just start it off right now with the Arkansas-Kansas matchup? It's like in the first round, unbelievable coaching matchup right there. Coach Cal against Bill Self. Little known fact, if you look at the words Kansas and Arkansas, you can't spell Arkansas without Kansas, DK.
First time noticing that. Probably most others, you just open their eyes. Look at that. Marketing built right in. Arkansas. Never even saw that before. When did you recognize that? Today? Doing your research?
Well, look, I mean, it's a very complicated wording system that they came up with the words for these states back in the 17 and 1800s. Not to give a little history lesson here, but a lot of people pronounce Arkansas Arkansas incorrectly. Arkansas doesn't even make sense on this podcast. But hey, we're not here to talk about letters. We're here to talk about Coach Cal versus Bill Self in the first round. I don't know what can get your heart pumping more than that. I wish I was in Vegas for this one, man.
I mean, Andy Katz got everybody worked up. He predicted an upset. Andy knows hoops. He got everybody going a little bit with this one, though, too, when he came out and he thinks number 10 seeded Arkansas is the team that can beat this 7 seeded Kansas. And you're right, Rip. Calipari versus Self. A lot of this comes down to coaching, and this matchup's gonna clash with two legends. It's odd that these guys are meeting this early. This is usually a Final Four battle, but Kansas has struggled this season. They're coming in 21-12, sixth place finish in the Big 12. Big 12 got a lot better. I watched a lot of the Big 12 this year for the first time, obviously, since my Arizona teams got more involved there. But that's a pretty significant departure from their usual dominance. Arkansas, on the other hand, has started to get their momentum going. The Mo's going under Coach Cal. So 2013 record, 8-10 in SEC play, which also got incredibly better. But lots of potential here for Arkansas coming in. So their victory over Kansas in 2023 NCAA tournament could foreshadow things to come, huh? Rip, you like that? Arkansas and little victory in 2023. We're doing it. We're tying things together, bro.
I'll tell you right here, I'm going to ride the wave of this podcast. Over the last few weeks, we have Malik Thomas, 5-star incoming to Fayetteville. We got Darius Acuff Jr. today, 5-star incoming to Fayetteville, number 1 point guard in the country in high school. I got Arkansas in the Elite 8, DK. I'm probably the only one. Andy Katz, say your piece right now, but Arkansas in the Elite 8, we're going to ride the momentum of Arkansas guests on this podcast. We've been known to nail it in Fayetteville, DK. So never underestimate Coach Cal and this squad. I think they're going to make a run. The time is now. They're going to carry that momentum into next year with all these 5 stars to a Final Four run. You heard it here first.
The momentum's there. I love Mo more than anything in sports, college and pro. I do love it. They're gonna just Kansas though. You're jumping the gun a little bit. They're gonna have to get through Hunter Dickinson, big man, guy averages almost 20 and 10 a game. They don't have a lot of dudes on Arkansas who can stop him, so they'll have to rely on a couple of their forwards, Trayvon and Jonas, to step in. They're gonna have to make free throws. They're going to have to get Boogie back. Boogie Flan's going to have to come back. He's missed 15 games. He's going to have to come back and play at the same level that we know that he can play with. It's going to be tough first round. My prediction, though, I'll just do a first game prediction, Rip. You're going all the way to Elite Eight. I think that they're in better shape coming into this game, the Arkansas Razorbacks, and the momentum's going in the right direction. I think if John L. Davis plays well and the Hogs can really shut down Big Dickinson, that Arkansas is going to advance this thing. I'm going to say 75-71 Hogs.
I like it. We're riding the momentum. 7:10 Eastern on Thursday at the Amica Mutual Pavilion, Kansas versus Arkansas. That's 6:10 Central Time for our people down in Fayetteville, 4:10 Pacific. Let's go Hogs.
So that's the present. Let's go future really fast. Next big thing in basketball is all going through Coach Cal and Arkansas. Malik Thomas, we had on last week, headed next year to Arkansas. This week, Darius Acuff Jr. I mean, straight up, the best high school point guard in the world. So let me say that again. The best, the number one, the best highly recruited point guard in the world coming on over. He's from Detroit. We talked about it. Moves down to IMG. So that star in the making happens again at the IMG Academy. It's like a dreamland for athletes looking to take that next step forward. And from Detroit to the academy, this kind of grit and determination has created a hell of a player, Rip. He's coming in with really crafty finishes, elite playmaking skills. He's got a deep range, and dude has vision. Go ahead, Rip. Give me your best running back vision currently in pro sports. Go ahead.
I mean, it's King Henry. It's Derrick Henry, that combination of power, speed, and vision. I imagine that guy is one of the best drivers in the entire country. Driving on a 6-lane freeway down there in Baltimore, Derrick Henry's got the vision.
I'm mixing it in. Vision like Derrick Henry. We're going to mix it in for our Baltimore Ravens fans anyway in this comparison. But Calipari, why Arkansas? Why Coach Cal? We talk about it in the interview. It's one of the most interesting things to me as this story continues going on is the bright future in Fayetteville and how one coaching change. Congratulations again, Hunter Yurachek, for making this huge move. It takes time, but the future is so bright. Acuff Jr. is going to be joining a stat class. We talked about Malik already being there, doing a little recruiting. We hear some of it in this podcast. My man's still looking to build this super team. This tournament we're going to watch is just the basis for next year, where this team, most likely, if things come together, is going to be looking at a high seed in the tournament. Just the beginning, though, Razorbacks fans. This is just the beginning. Enjoy this interview with point guard Darius Acuff Jr.
Now joining the One Star Recruits podcast, we have a Detroit native, a point guard at IMG Academy, and later this year, officially an Arkansas Razorback. The best high school point guard in the United States, Darius Acuff Jr. is on with the One Star Recruits. Thanks for hopping on, Darius.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Hey, you're in the gym down in Florida right now. Let's talk about IMG to start for a second. You're going on your last few months over there. I think you made the move down before your junior season. When I see the campus and the athletic programs, there's no question to me that the facilities are better than even a lot of colleges down there. How much has IMG prepared you for the life you'll be living in Arkansas later this year?
It prepared me a lot. Like you said, I've been here since last year, so I'm kind of getting used to it for real. I'm kind of used to it by now. But like the dorm situation, school, all those things, it kind of relate to college. So everything just get me prepared for Arkansas for right now, for real.
That's the goal, is to get you guys ready for the next level. And we talk about some of the names right now that are on NBA rosters are just littered with IMG alumni, like Zach Edey, Keontae George, Terrence Shannon, Anthony Simons. The list goes on. Has there been a specific IMG hooper that has maybe helped you along in the process that you might communicate with regularly?
Nah, not nobody for real. I met Keontae though in Utah in our first tournament of the year though. We was talking, so that's the only time I talked to somebody that really went here. But besides that, nah, not nobody else.
I like that. A little Keontae in your game, possibly. We had future teammate Malik Thomas on the podcast yesterday. Great guy. You've
Mm.
got an incredible group of teammates at IMG. You're about to connect with guys like Leak and Isaiah on the same team next year. People are excited for this group at Bud Walton Arena. I can tell you that much, dude. How much do you see your game complementing theirs, and what kind of energy and chemistry do you think that this group coming in will bring to the floor?
Yeah, I think like you said, me and Leak, great backcourt. We can both switch from the one to the two. So one can score, one can handle the ball, create for others. So I feel like that work. That works. Coach Calvin doing that all his coaching career. So I feel like just coming in, trying to continue that legacy. That's what we're trying to do. And Isaiah, he a great player, great shooter. So you just gotta curate for him a little bit. And I feel like our recruiting class is good. Still trying to get something done, but definitely doing good right now. I'm excited for next year too, though.
A lot of close games lost this year by Coach Cal too. I think a lot of folks, including myself and Rip, are really excited about. We got a lot of big shot makers coming in, including
Yeah,
yourself too. I know you don't pat yourself on the back. Either did Malik at all, but you guys are big shot makers at the times when you need to make them, and I think that's important, especially in college ball. Coach Cal, he's having a little bit of a transition season this year, but always recruiting, always bringing in a top class. What makes Coach Cal stand out in a crowded room full of college coaches, who want you running point guard for them? What makes him stand out?
well, I can speak for myself. His relationship with me was just different than other coaches. Like I told everybody, it just felt like he was already my coach. Like it felt like I was already going to him, and before he even brought me on campus, that's how I felt back when he was at Kentucky. So I feel like we always had a relationship better than any the other coaches, and that was the biggest thing for me when I was making my decision. Definitely a relationship with coaches and his style of play. It just fits me. So I feel like I'm not gonna say it was an easy decision, but it was kind of a no brainer. Who I wanted to play for the next level.
It was pretty quick, man. And like I said, Rip, listeners, this is the guy that everybody wants. So Coach Cal doing his thing. Excited about the tournament. I'm excited just to see them get. I don't know at all. Do you keep your eyes on it, Darius? I know you're in the gym after a
Yeah,
game last night. March Madness, though, like next Thursday and Friday, for example, one stars like myself, we're locked in for 10 hours a day watching ball. We're doing nothing but ball watching. You take
yeah.
any part? Do you participate at all in that? Are you a ball watcher?
No, I watch college all day. I watch NBA sometimes, but I watch a lot of college basketball. I think that's the best thing to watch, in my opinion. It's fun,
So for the
and
tournament next week, you lock it in. Thursday, Friday, you lock in for those days.
yeah, it got to be. I think everybody gonna be locked in.
Let's go, dude. Any teams or players out there in college right now that you like? Ooh, any names for us one stars that we should keep an eye on, or teams going into the tournament who you love to watch?
Players. My brother Jeremiah Fear. That's my dog. He cold. Been locked in since he was little. Love watching him play. Yeah, Bear. And then teams really. I watch all the top teams. Dude, they move the ball real well. Like watching them. And then I watch Arkansas a lot though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
I watched Rutgers too because my cousin go there, but I don't know if they.
yeah, Tyson. Keep an eye on Rutgers one stars. They got Harp. They got some ballers out there too. Keep an eye on
Yeah, they
University of
cold.
Arizona too, coming together at the right time. Caleb Love, all good stuff happening.
Yeah,
Speaking of love for your city, Detroit 313. It's a tough city. Everybody knows it. You grew up there. It shaped you. Your pops coached you. You played up in age. You're a Detroit baller, man. What does being a Detroit basketball player mean for people who may not know?
I mean everything. Going out of town, we don't really get that privilege of traveling all around the world. Being from Detroit, people don't really know us. We always been about proving people wrong. Still doing that to this day. I feel like but repping my city mean everything to me. Just knowing I could be one of the first to, do something like very big. I'm not gonna be the first, of course, because it was a couple legends back in the day. But just repping Detroit mean everything to me. Born and raised there, so every time I get a chance to go back, they show love all the time, and it still feel like I'm still there right now.
I love that, man. And it's like Malik's doing for Pittsburgh a little bit. I think Detroit, you're in that same genre of
Yeah,
letting people know this is a basketball place too.
Yeah, for
People
sure.
just wait. And it's time. It's time for these cities to switch over. Let's do a quick game. We do a game with all of our guests from their hometown cities. Well, this one is how Detroit are you? I got 3 questions for you. You go ahead and answer. We'll see if you get them or not. These are from AI and our producer, so sometimes they suck, but we'll give it a go. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, my guy. You were born in 2006, 2 years after the Detroit Pistons won their most recent NBA title. Our guy on the podcast, former guest Larry Brown, was the coach. How many starters can you name from that 2004 Pistons title team?
Chauncey Billups,
Check.
Ben Wallace,
Check.
Rick Hamilton.
Check.
You said starters or players?
Starters.
Tayshaun Prince.
Tayshaun Prince. We got one more. Bring it home with one more. You know who it is.
Darius wasn't even born yet. Look at that.
That's impressive, bro. Our guy Rasheed Wallace.
Oh yeah, she, my dog. Oh yeah,
God, that was a
I
squad.
thought she came off the bench. I ain't gonna lie.
You got a little Rip Hamilton in your game too. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, that was a good squad,
Yeah.
dude. How about everybody knows it's a car city. You a Ford or GM guy?
GM.
GM, legit. You got a model? Rip drives a minivan from Japan, so we don't know anything about cars.
Nah, I ain't got one yet.
You got a model yet? Just wait. NIL money's gonna kick in. Okay, dude, I got some gyms in Detroit. Real fast fire round, 1 to 5 stars. I'm gonna name some gyms, some basketball courts in Detroit. Number 1, Wayne State Fieldhouse, 1 to 5 stars.
4.
Ooh, 4. Dang, nice. Maybe give me anything that stands out about that court in your memory too. Anything? You like that floor? You like the vantage point of the eye level?
I won a city championship over there.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for, Darius. Detroit City Fieldhouse. Number 2. Detroit City Fieldhouse, 1 to 5 stars.
I don't know nothing about that.
Nothing about that. St. Celia's Gym, the Mecca.
5.
That's an easy 5. Any memories there? Anything you like there?
Yeah, I used to watch all my cousins. Everybody play halftime. I used to go in the court and shoot all the time.
That's a great gym. There's some dead spots in that gym too. You got to know. Quicken Loans Court, Cadillac Square.
4.
4. Last one, Bull Family YMCA. Any games around there?
Not that I can remember, no.
Not that you can
You
remember.
ain't say Joe Dumars.
Oh, I thought Dumars closed though.
Still legendary though, but yeah.
It is legendary. I should have subbed out Dumars. You're right. You're right. Respect. Dude, you know Detroit. Respect to the Wayne State Fieldhouse. I know you got that championship there, my guy. Well done. Very much Detroit.
For sure.
This man is all Detroit. Darius, we end every interview with the segment we call 1 star to 5 star. DK talked about it. We're 1 stars, but we're trying to get better with advice and tips from every guest we have on this podcast. So just a few questions to close it out, and we'll use the 1 to 5 star scale here. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. We've been doing this podcast for 5 years now. I'm not going to name drop. We said Larry Brown. I got a few handful of Hall of Famers numbers in my cell phone context because of this podcast, but for you, Darius Acuff Jr., who would you say is the 5-star most famous person you have in your contacts? It's hard to beat Coach Cal. You got anyone top Coach Cal?
I ain't gonna lie. I probably can't say his name right now because we're working on something. So I'm gonna leave that out. But
something's coming.
But
breaking news.
I'll say Coach Cal. Yeah, I'll just say Coach Cal. Or I'm gonna say my dad. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say my dad.
Oh, we got Pops. I know we got T Grizzly's number in there or something. He's got some.
Nah, people. I don't. I don't.
Shout out to Pops, Darius Sr. All right. Number 2 here. Square Pizza. Detroit is home to Little Caesars and those crazy square slices you don't really see anywhere else. Square Pizza on a scale of 1 to 5 stars. What are you giving it?
Square pieces. I ain't gonna lie. I get that from Jets. I'm gonna be honest with you.
So 5. You got 5 stars?
Yeah, 5 star for sure.
Damn, 5 stars on Jets. What's the order there? What's the topping?
The barbecue chicken pizza, the square pizza.
Jets, get the deal done, baby. Get the deal done. Barbecue chicken pizza.
One more 1 to 5 star scale here because we talked about you and Leak and Isaiah earlier. To me, there's a missing piece. His name's Nate Ament. On a scale of 1 to 5 stars, are you helping to recruit him? What's the odds he's going to commit to Arkansas here coming up?
I don't know the odds because he's still 3 weeks away from his commitment, but I'm giving it a 5 because I was down there on his visit with him, so can't say too much, but
fans in Fayetteville, I know are on pins and needles hoping for that one.
What a team, Rep! What a team is coming to Fayetteville! I can't believe it.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, last little thing here we like to do with some of our guests. We tried it with Malik. It's usually a big failure, but we're 1 star, so we like to play a little nickname game because
Don't do it, Rip. Don't do it again.
I got to do it because everybody knows
Oh
it's
my
Darius Acuff Jr. But do you have a nickname? I don't think you have a nickname. So we're gonna try to come up with one right here in the next 2 minutes. Here, you got time for three possible nicknames for you?
I got some nicknames, but go ahead.
It's not out there yet, so we're gonna. All right, number one here. Let's go from Detroit, the Motor City. Break a lot of ankles, so we're going the Motor City Ankle Committee. 1 to 5 stars. What do you got?
Nope.
Two.
All
2.
right, I'll take it. It's not a
Weak.
1. I'll take it. All right, I think this one we had AI come up with. Acuff the architect. It highlights your ability to design and execute plays from the point guard
That's
position.
kind of clean.
Acuff the architect. 1 to 5 stars.
That's a 5.
Wow. AI for the win.
I like that one.
I like that one too.
There's one more here. Wait, actually, two more. I'm gonna go with AI because you like that one. There's another AI, the Detroit Dreamweaver. It's a poetic nod to your ability to turn plays into magic. The Detroit Dreamweaver. 1 to 5 stars.
4.
All right, AI's coming through, man. All right, This
Yeah.
last one, I'm gonna tell you a little story about this last one because we tried it with Malik last week. He seemed a little into it, but then it didn't stick with him because Kendrick Lamar has, I believe it's the #1 song in America right now. It's called TV Off. To me, like when you and Malik, you're on TV, I want the TV on. So we offered it to Malik, but I don't think you really wanted it. So I'm giving it up to you. TV on. Darius Acuff Jr., TV on. How about that?
Nah, bro.
Nah,
That's a
retire
one.
to retire that
All right,
one,
it's
Rip.
done.
Can you put it in
It's
the
done.
rafters? You keep bringing it up, and nobody's buying it. Acuff the architect is what slaps. Dude, Darius,
that's
what
hard.
nicknames you got that we didn't know about?
Like my childhood nicknames or
Yeah.
people call me Little Cheeks and like D-Rock because when I was little, my dad was little. Somebody told him like he played like Mo Cheeks, so they started calling him Cheeks. And then, they nicknamed me Little Cheeks, of course. And then D-Rock just came from my dad, too. One of his teammates told him his name started with a D, and he know how to handle the rock. So they start calling him D-Rock, and then they start calling me that. So.
I like all of those. I like
But
all
right
those.
right now, it's just 5, though. That's my nickname, 5.
5.
Yeah.
Possibly Acuff the architect in the future.
Yeah.
But dude, unbelievable podcast. Thanks for hopping on with us. Really, really excited for fans of college basketball. Tournaments coming up. Get ready for a great tournament. And then flip it to next season and circle the Arkansas Razorbacks, man. Thank you.
For sure.
1-star listeners can go follow Darius. It's at Darius Acuff 5 on Instagram. You can catch him leading IMG at the Chipotle Nationals first week of April and catch him later this year in Fayetteville. Darius, we wish you the best of luck on these playoffs and beyond. And thank you again for coming on to 1-Stars, man.
Thank you for having me.
Special thanks again to the folks down at IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida, DK, and also Darius Acuff Jr. Can't wait to see him and Malik both in the NCAA tournament a year from now. But when we look at it right now, it took me I'm like an 8-minute bracket filler outer. So it took me about 8 minutes. You won't find another bracket in the United States or perhaps even on Earth with Montana and High Point, both in the Elite Eight. High Point University, High Point, North Carolina, home to Arizona Cardinals great Adrian Wilson, shout out number 24. High Point and Montana in the Elite Eight. DK, I'm either winning this whole thing. I'm either winning all my contests and all those contests throughout Yahoo and CBS Sports in the whole country, or I'm going to be done on day 2.
Surprised I'm not hearing from you, UC San Diego making it through. A lot of people like that squad, Rip.
I got him in the Sweet 16, my man.
Got them coming. Acuff Jr. So keep your eyes open for that guy, Rips. Comparisons quickly. Some people say Colin Sexton. I see a little bit more Tyrese Maxey in his game because of his ability to score. Just a concept. I hate doing the comparison game, but if people are curious about what they can expect in years to come, those are a couple guys his game's similar to as things progress on. Wonderful guest, though, Rip. Good booking. Arkansas, we love you, man. Thanks for the support. Throw 5 stars on the podcast if you'd enjoy any of this Arkansas stuff. It's been one of our favorite schools to work with, as they're one of the most innovative in the game and changing, trying new things, and getting out on these media outlets talking about cool stuff, man. So Pig Suey, baby.
Pig Suey, woo Pig Suey. And one quick thing, DK, just for all our fans out in Fayetteville, it's coming up on the 1 year anniversary. We had the epic episode of Hunter Yurichek, athletic director, on to basically break this whole string of Eric Musselman news, and then Coach Cal getting hired within the next week. Huge episode for us, huge episode in the history of Arkansas
Epic.
sports.
The bus video with the actual bus, so epic, Hunter.
And just breaking news, because we know that Hunter doesn't talk to a lot of media, even locally in Fayetteville, but he does talk to the One Star. And breaking news, DK, within the next month or so here, Hunter's going to be back on this podcast. So get excited for that, Fayetteville. We got it coming. We're going to get a report card on Coach Cal's first year, and maybe some more breaking news.
Lots to
that
talk
AV.
about, man. The good, the bad, the ugly. People like winning. People don't like their ticket prices going up. People don't like more coming out of their pockets. But you know what? You got to pay the cost to be the boss, baby. And winning. If winning was easy, everybody would do it. Can't wait to get HY back on the show, Rip.
And we got a top 3 baseball team out in Fayetteville too. So open your eyes now, because Arkansas sports is coming up, DK.
Yeah, they've been good for a while out there. Speaking of baseball, MLB new foods for 2025 are out. I picked top 5 to do a quick smash or pass. You know, the creativity, it's getting harder and harder to create really, really super unique ballpark food. I think we've hit the threshold of we've mixed and matched almost a lot of it to the point where it started to get kind of comedy. People are just might be starting to get real creative. And, you know, I was going to say something about Deuce, but I'm not even going to. You just got to get more and more creative. I feel like you start to run out of ideas after a while, but they keep on pushing through. So smash your pass. I'm going to hit you with some. You ready?
Let's go.
All right. Mouth-watering ballpark food items of 2025. Would you devour these, Rip, or leave them on the plate? Number 1, the Polish Cannonball. This is coming to you from PNC Park, home of the Pittsburgh Pirates and Paul Skeens. You're getting Polish Cannonball. You're getting egg noodles, kielbasa sausage, cabbage, bacon, and cheddar cheese, all served on an herb crema dip. Sounds pretty hearty. Polish-inspired. Comfort food right there, Rip, at its finest in Pittsburgh. Big Polish city. Smash or pass?
Yeah, I'm out on that one. I have Ancestry.com, 0% Polish in me. And honestly, like, sounds like a recipe for a stent coming in your arteries. So I'm out on that one.
Dude, it's a regional delight, man. You got to go for the regional stuff when they try to throw it out there. Unlike this next one, the anti-regional delight, coming direct and live from the Philadelphia Phillies Citizens Bank Park, a s'mores quesadilla. Something that you could actually make at home. But why make it at home when you could pay $27 for it at Citizens Bank Park? A crispy tortilla stuffed with Nutella, mini marshmallows, and a graham cracker crumble. It's dessert meets Tex-Mex. Smash or pass?
This is a trick question for me. I believe Nutella has hazelnuts, which, DK, you know I'm allergic to. You want me to die?
You're dead.
You want me to die at Citizens Bank Park? I'm out.
I would have killed you at
0 for
number
2.
2. So you're passing.
0 for 2.
Damn, even the hazelnuts got you in a death spiral. You can't even mess with the hazels. What a life you have. What a life of shame you have, Rip, in this whole nut allergy game. Just a downer. Major downer. Number 3, the Warehouse Burger. Baltimore Orioles, Camden Yards. Classic stadium, one of my favorites. Warehouse Burger, you're going to get 2 beef patties. Queso Fundido, one of my favorites. Fried onions. Grillo's Pico de Gallo, and what they're calling whistle sauce. I don't like that name, whistle sauce, but it's messy. Flavor-packed masterpiece there in Baltimore, Rip. The Warehouse Burger, you smashing or passing? Queso Fundido.
I'm in, and I actually have a knack for things that are really messy. I don't get messy on me, so I have a knack for being clean with these kind of things. I'm in on that. The double patty, you got me at the double patty. Probably going to cause some cholesterol issues as well. But how much is that? What's the cost on that one?
No price. I don't have a price listing on that. Market value.
Under $20, I'm in. Under 20, I'm in.
$18, probably good for. How the listeners want to know what's your secret to staying clean, man. How you doing? Wipe me downs. Wipe me down.
It's just the OCD. Like I'll put the plate under it for the drippings. I'm not like a bring it to my like chest, neck kind of guy and have it drip all over my shirt. It's 46 years of eating experience is what it is. If you don't know how to eat clean after 46 years, something's wrong with you.
That is just an anti-answer, and you help nobody really eat cleaner except for just live longer life, and that will just naturally happen. Zero help, zero advice in that answer whatsoever.
I said put a plate under your chin. It's common sense.
This one's for the kids, dude. Number 4, popcorn, Oracle Park in San Francisco. A 98 ounce, one more time, 98-ounce souvenir filled bat filled with popcorn with free refills, I might add. Salty, shareable, kids can hit each other with it. Smash or pass.
Is the bat sustainable, reusable plastic, or is it something that's going to go in our beautiful Pacific Ocean out here?
All microplastics that will probably arrive in your ball sack at one point in time.
I'm out. It sounds like a cool concept, but I'm out on that one.
He's out. Yeah, I think it's actually good for the kids. That might be problematic though for people hitting each other with them. Be careful out there in San Francisco. If you're gonna hit anybody, hit the guys doing the fentanyl lean on Market Street in Soma on your way back to your car. Give them a hit. Hit them right in the side. They'll fall over. It's like cow tipping. It's a fun little game. Number 5, the Daddy Mac Dog, Dyken Park in Houston. Hot dog. Served with chopped brisket. Yes, please. Mac and cheese. Yes, please. Barbecue sauce and a crispy dill pickle. Smash or pass?
Smash. You can't go to Houston without eating some brisket and barbecue. I'm in 100%.
You can't go wrong, but you see what I'm saying, Rip, and that we've got to that point in time where we've hit the line. We've hit the line. I don't
even think you need the mac and cheese. You don't even need on that one, to be honest. It'd be good with the brisket and the hot dog itself. So I mean, can I get the mac and cheese on the side?
And in ballparks though, we've maxed it out. We need something else. We need like the sushi restaurants that have things float by. Maybe we need to shift to that message. All just food constantly flows by you on a tray and you can grab it. Maybe from other restaurants in the city even. It's my next idea for food development. I'm sick of all of these. I've heard all of these kind of before in another way, shape, or form. It's like the Trader Joe's of food. It's just they change it a little bit and put a new box on it. What can you do?
I think if you look at it through the eyes of a kindergartner who's never seen a fried Twinkie or half of this stuff they go on, a blue whoopie pie at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City, I think you have to look at it through that lens, DK. Like you said, 40-something years old, you've seen it all. But if you're a kid out there and you see some of this stuff for the first time, the excitement and the heart pumping, it gets you going. And I think that's how you have to approach it.
There you go. Okay, Rip. Positive spin. Respect. Basketball. I'm going to go down a negative spin. I'm going to do one little quick Phoenix Suns jaunt until the season's over each week. Just so it's kind of like therapy a little bit, Rip. I did it last week and I felt better. So I'm just going to do it. Before, though, rest in peace to Arkansas Razorback alumni, Phoenix Suns alumni, one of the best humans in my memory for beyond his weight, the character that he played in the 1992-93 Phoenix Suns teams, Oliver Miller. Rest in peace, Big Oliver. Couple moments I remember, 1993 playoffs, Rip. I don't know if you remember. He came off the bench, though. He was averaging 8 points right around there, I think. But he was pretty crucial in helping the Suns reach the finals. He come in, give his fouls, might get a couple layups, though, on some follow backs. He played a role that definitely helped get us there. Hit a big game winner against the Celtics in that same year in 1993. Scored 18 points. Hit a game-winning shot. You remember that one? You're digging deep if you remember, Rip. You probably don't. You're not like Gary. You're not the best Phoenix Suns fan that I know. You got a memory about Oliver?
Just being a fan favorite. I mean, for interacting with the fans, of course, he's one of the bigger guys in the NBA, so that kind of gets a liking, just like the short guys in the NBA get a liking from the fans. But yeah, just a great personality. Never really had too many issues, and rest in peace, Big O.
Yeah, you got that Indiana. If you got that Indiana Oliver Miller jersey, rep it this summer. Perhaps the Sacramento Kings Oliver Miller jerseys out there on the streets. Throw it on your back. Too young. All right, 1-star moments of the week. They happen to everybody. We talk about them. 1-star moment of the week, Rip. Something embarrassing that you did to yourself. Go ahead.
This is actually 100% your fault. I'm going to turn this on you. Check this thing every year or so. Very depressing because 4 years ago at this time, I believe in the middle of COVID, you told me to take $100 out of our 1-star account and buy something called Ethereum, ETH, I think is the ticker there, Ethereum on this new flashy new app called Coinbase, and that $100 is going to turn into 10,000 by 2025, 2027.
Yep. Great advice. Great
I'm here to
advice.
tell you, DK, one star moment, not only of the last week, because I just checked the price, but also really cumulatively of the last 4 years. That $100 investment 4 years ago is currently worth $43.82. What do you have to say for yourself, DK?
Down 50%. Golden hands. Hold that thing. We should have just bought Bitcoin. I don't know why we tried to get too sexy with it. God, the 2021, 2022 was a wild time, huh? I was buying Fartcoin, a little Ethereum, mixed with some Hawk Tuah. Wild ride.
What do you got?
So I've had this wrist debacle, and my one star moment is this tennis wrist embarrassing moment that I had. So here's the deal. I've been battling this old man wrist pain in my right wrist, courtesy of going way too hard at pickleball, which is probably normal for people in their 40s. This is probably a normal ass thing. So I thought that switching to tennis would be a smart move. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. My wrist still is fucked up. So I dragged my ass to the doctor this week. So picture this, Rip. I sit down, the doctor asks, what's going on? Here I am, a grown man, and I have to say, my wrist hurts from playing tennis. So embarrassing. So apparently I'm at this stage of life where I'm complaining about tennis injuries. Cool. She does a quick evaluation. She refers me over to an occupational therapist, and this sweet doctor, very nice, sweet lady, calmly looks at me in the eyes, and she drops this bombshell on me. She says, I see a lot of people in here who play pickleball and tennis. And at the end of the day, usually it's that their form is really bad and you're using too much wrist. Most tennis players get all their power from their lower body and keep their arms pretty straight. You shouldn't be using your wrist that much. So her recommendation was to ice my wrists and practice tennis with good form. Oh, and she handed me a wrist brace to wear while I sleep. So I walked out of there with a fucking wrist brace on. Just embarrassing. Excessive straps dangling over the Velcro, Rip, one of those that you actually see. So I walk out of there, have a full-blown reality check that not only do I have the weakest lady wrists in all of the game, the doctor just told me I'm bad at tennis. My one-star moment is when your doctor's advice essentially is stop being so shitty at tennis, was really what it was. So there I am, bro. Got to have better form. You're not supposed to use your wrists, apparently.
You immediately going back to pickleball, where I believe you were injury free over the past year. Are you
Nah,
sticking with
hell
tennis?
no. Dude, I just went through a demo. I'm demoing 2 tennis rackets. I'm going back out. I'm ready to go back out next Wednesday and Friday, re-injure my wrist all over again. This might just keep happening the rest of my life, dude. I'm fucking addicted. I love it. But I'm demoing 2 rackets I'm going to buy. Shout out to Wilson. Hey, Wilson, come get at us. One-star recruits. Big tennis guy over here. Ready to get in the game with a Wilson blade. 100.
Another definition for the word demo is to just smash up those rackets and throw them in the trash and never use them again. So I think you need to do that kind of demo at this rate.
Roger Federer Jr., DK, coming your way. No, I really do love it, man. I really do love it. I'm going to keep it going. That probably was good advice from her, though, too. I'm going to take it back. And I look at myself on video and I think I look okay, but the truth is it's you got to use your lower body in golf and tennis. Those are the keys to success in these old man sports as we get older. Everything good comes from that lower body. You know what I mean, Rip? Nothing good happens after midnight. Okay?
You playing with the 3 pounds of phones and keys and wallets in your pockets while you play tennis too?
Hell no. Fresh pair of Lululemons, bro. You know how I roll. 1-star recommendations of the week. Request something good for us, man. Go ahead.
This one is for you too in a positive way. We just talked about this a couple weeks ago, and it came up in my algorithm. DK, you're a huge fan of Dairy Queen ice cream cones, the soft serve. There's nothing like it, just childhood staple. I'll have you know that in one day, March 20th, DK, first day of spring, Dairy Queen is having an event. Free ice cream cones on March 20th. Get a DQ cone at no cost, DK. That's for you. I don't know how far you are from the nearest Dairy Queen, but get your ass over there. Free ice cream cone, your favorite thing in the world. Do not turn it down. Dairy Queen, all of America, March 20th, free cones. Wreck of the week.
They got the new dip cone. It's a cookie crunch blue dip cone. Pretty good. The difference between you and me is I would rather pay the $2.20 for the dip cone on a off day than get it one free, a savings of $2.20 to go to a crowded ass Dairy Queen with hundreds of people trying to get free food. That's the difference between me and you right there, Rip.
Well, maybe you're not a one star anymore.
Maybe I'm moving on up, dude. Big value guy. Wait in line. Not worth it for me, man. Not worth it at all. Unless you can wait in the drive-through, maybe. Wait in your car. Listen to the one-star recruits. Drop them a little 5 stars. So we're trying. We're really trying our best. We're doing our best. It's a good rec, though. I do love free shit. Put that in the text message chain. We'll forget about it. I'll cruise over there. What dipped cone are you getting? Cherry, chocolate, cookie, butterscotch?
I don't even need to dip. I'm just going regular soft serve vanilla.
Oh, naked.
Soft serve vanilla. That's it for me.
God, you're a basic bitch, Rip, but I love you. 1-star rec of the week for me. Oh, this was a haircut. As you can see, Rip, I got this fresh new haircut. And my recommendation comes from. So I went to one of those cool barbershops, the type with leather chairs, a barber named Vinny who looks like he just rolled in on a Harley and like surfed the Oregon coast and crushed a CrossFit workout, one of those scenes. So I did it. I haven't been in one of those in 5 or 6 years. They're everywhere in Portland, as you can imagine. I'm sure you don't have any hair. You don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but people know. If you know, you know. So homie's doing his thing. And he's got a lot of different hairstyles. You can tell because he's in Portland, but he's also like a manly man. So you could tell the dude has options. Usually I'm bring in a picture of a celebrity type of guy. And, they kind of laugh and try to do that. But not this time. All right, dude. This is the type of guy who could either give you like a craft haircut, like a lemon meringue parakeet look, bird cut, or like a chic German premier soccer player look with a little bit of a Cristiano Ronaldo flow in the back going on. And dude, that's what I fucking got, bro. I went for the first time. He has me covered. It's a touch. This haircut, Rip, is very European. I got a touch of Vancouver butch lesbian in here, a little bit in the front of some like digital nomad who's working on a small batch crypto project to like empower Amazonian tribes to make better tea or something. Full on fucking Portland right now. So I gave him 2 prompts. I'm getting to my here's my recommendation. I gave him 2 prompts. Vinny can do it all. Okay. Vinny the barber. My 2 prompts were make me look 5 years younger and mix in my balding spot on the top. And fucking he nailed it, bro. True fucking pro. Rec of the week. When you hit your barber, when you go and sit down in the barber chair, rec of the week is to say, make me look 5 years younger. Line. And then just go with the flow. You might walk out looking like a parakeet, like I said, or you might look like a European soccer star, like I looked out, like I did, fucking full of confidence. Wife looking at me like I'm some kind of celebrity, all because I hit him with the 5-year younger line. So there you go. Next haircut. Hey, just give me something to make me look 5 years younger. There you go.
It's a good rec of the week. And if I cashed out that full $43 of Ethereum, can that pay for that haircut, or how much we talking here?
62 bones. And he talked me into some like hair shampoo balm that smells like a campfire cocktail, some Portland shit.
All our Fayetteville listeners just threw up in their mouths and canceled their subscriptions to one.
You know how it goes. I'm doing my best out here, Rip, to get into the system, get my hair cut looking a little bit like a semi-homeless dude, and go eat a torta sandwich down on 23rd at a food truck. I'm trying to keep it real, man. Rip reacts. Hit the music. So you mentioned it, 2025 MLB Tokyo Series. Fans enjoyed $6 beers. Here's the kicker. They were poured in their seats from backpacks. It's a move that social media kind of went crazy on. It's a trend that we haven't seen before in the US. They really like you getting your fucking ass out of your seat, walking up to the thing, standing in line, walking back on your own, or the overpriced, bottles, plastic bottles now that they serve there. Why not just adopt the beer backpack innovation here in the United States? Rip, so my question to you, smash or pass? We'll keep it going. Beer backpack, good way to serve beer versus the traditional way. So that means you just get your cup, so you get your souvenir cup, and you just come by, you hit them on the app, you need a refill, you need a beer, they come by with the backpack, fill you up.
100% smash. That seems like a very modern way of doing things. And talk about feeling 5 years younger. I feel like that's what they're probably doing at like frat parties at University of Wisconsin right now, just walking around with a beer backpack. I'm in.
It's an old school thing. Just modernize it for baseball. Yeah. What MLB team you think would be what team is the drunkest fans? Who's the top drinking fans who would adopt something like this with just love it?
100% Philadelphia, but that city is too technologically stuck in the past. So it's got to be Oracle Park in San Francisco that pioneers steals it from Japan, or possibly LA, because we got a lot of Japanese representation on the Dodgers.
There's more of a ketamine in Weed Town now, but all of those. I think maybe you got to go to the south side of Chicago, the White Sox, maybe. They've actually, Winston. Oh, there it is. Winston has it up. League average 4.2 drinks a game. For a whopping spend of $46 on alcohol. Chicago White Sox, drunkest fans in the MLB. Oh, in addition, Goose Island Brewery could even be a sponsor. Look at that. Winston's giving me all kinds of ideas for the White Sox fans over there.
You gotta be hammered to watch that team. Jesus, 120 losses last year.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? Sweet Lord. Gotta stay drunk, Southside. Stay drunk. Mookie Betts, dude, has bought into a bowling team, Rip. So he's got 3 World Series. He can bowl he's bowled a perfect 300 before. Is he the most versatile athlete in sports? Or is he just showing us all how to retire in style when he gets there? Is he just setting himself up to success? My man's bowled a 300 and now he owns a bowling team.
How dare you go at Travis Hunter like that, DK? The man's got a podcast. He can play receiver. He can play running back, probably quarterback, cornerback. No, Mookie Betts is not the most versatile athlete. He's a great businessman and a great bowler, also a great baseball player, but there's a bunch of guys up on that list above him.
Can't believe dude bowled a 300. He is nice. He is probably the best between him and Chris Paul, the 2 best professional athlete bowlers. What are you throwing right now if we go hit up the Brunswick lanes, Rip? What are you hitting cold right now? Don't
84.
lie.
84, all open frames except for 1 spare.
I'm going to say 219. 219 for me. Straight up cold 219. I'm coming in hot. Tetra Aurora McMillan, the 6'4", 219-pound Arizona running back, Rip, had a really good draft day. Better than expected. He ran a good 40. And for what people said was kind of a soft guy who lost track of the season as the season went on with not a great football team, just a really good quarterback, didn't stay as engaged as he could have, has now climbed the projection board a little bit more. Might even be the first wide receiver off the board. We got teams like the Panthers at number 8, the Raiders at number 6, Patriots, who did not do anything in free agency, at number 4. All teams need a playmaker. Which team is going to draft 6'4" U of A Wildcat McMillan?
I'm going with the Raiders because they kind of fall in love with that stuff. Maybe it's different now with Pete Carroll at the helm, but everyone listening to this podcast, everyone in the world knows that most Arizona Wildcats end up bust in the NFL. I don't think he's going to be any different. Those pro days are tailor-made to make guys look good, and anyone who's buying into that is not a good eye for talent. So I'm going Raiders, man. It seems to be a good fit.
I think it's the fit, too. It has full potential of him also being a complete bust, which leads into that storyline. Big Polynesian community in the 9th Island in Vegas that will support him if it's not a complete bust situation. I see it happening. Get ready, train. Get ready. He's coming to a city near you. Funny man. I love Tracy Morgan. Had an embarrassing moment, though, caused a 10-minute delay at Madison Square Garden after vomiting on the court during the Knicks Heat game. He vomited, Rip, on the court. Later, turns out he had food poisoning. They wheeled him off. It did not look good. Got me thinking, though, what's the most public place you've ever thrown up?
I can't remember publicly throwing up. I know it's happened, but I was probably too drunk to remember the location, time, and place. But I did slip on the pool deck of the Cosmopolitan in Vegas got concussed at Ron Chang's bachelor party in front of like 200 people with a DJ and everything, got concussed and rushed to urgent care, fully drunk. That was a 1-star moment. But yeah, throwing up, can't think of any. What about you?
Yikes. Man, immediately turns back to a horrendous scene for me at Teddy's Red Hots hot dog store in Downers Grove, Illinois, fresh off half a bottle of Jose Cuervo, 2 bites into my delicious Teddy Red Hots, just wonderful fucking hot dog and Italian ice place. And went all over the restaurant, including the woman, I was 16, the woman stranger sitting next to me who wanted to write a police report when it was all said and done. Most embarrassing throw up of my entire life. I wanted to shrivel up and just die. I was also spinning because of Jose Cuervo. Fun fact, never drinking Jose Cuervo since. Not one single time since that moment.
Neither has anyone else. Good move by you.
Good move by you guys for sticking with us on the show. Thank you, Arkansas. Thank you, IMG Academy. Thank you, 1-stars out there. We appreciate you guys. Fresh guests coming up next month. Big life announcements coming up next month. Please give us 5 stars if you enjoyed any of this podcast. And as always, head over to 500level.com to make sure you have all of your summer shirts for your favorite sports teams coming up this summer and spring. Rip, I love you. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.